Okay, we're live. Welcome everybody to the call. Tonight, my name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. I'm excited to be with all of you this evening. We're going to have some fun tonight. Set this microphone up here. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about how to get started right with Teamzy and become a PowerHour boss. Okay, so we're going to show you how you can get all of your income producing activity done in less than an hour a day. I'm going to teach you all the great workflows, how to set it up, how to go into a Teamzy PowerHour. Easy connect with 20 people in 15, 20 minutes. Do all your follow-ups without anybody falling through the cracks. I'm gonna show you all that tonight, okay? When I'm done, I'll open it up for questions. So if you have questions, you can put them in the Q&A right there in the queue and write them in there, and I'll be happy to answer them at the end. Okay, sound good? All right, let's do it. So first off, here we go. Just got a couple slides for you. Get started right with Teamzy and become a PowerHour boss. By the way, feel free to use this hashtag once you get into this process. So my backstory for those of you who have not met me yet, before Teamzy, I've been a professional business coach and consultant for the past 16 years, helping people build their business, specifically based on relationship building. I fell into direct sales accidentally. I found some products that really helped me. And so I ended up taking a look at the business opportunity. I was skeptical of it, like a lot of people are. But once I saw what a great business opportunity it was, I really wanted to pursue it myself. The problem was I just really didn't have any time. I had a full-time career, 4 kids. You get the picture. A lot of you can relate to that, right? And so when I really took a look at my calendar, I figured I had about an hour a day, and that's it. Now, I knew that was enough as a professional business consultant. I knew that was enough if I could be very focused in that time and really leverage that time. So I went looking for the tools that I would need to leverage the time so that I could get it all done in an hour. And quite honestly, I just didn't find anything compelling, which is why we built Teamzy. Okay, that's how it came to be, because I needed it. I figured everyone else needed it too. So what I was looking for was a system that would allow me to stay in touch with all of my contacts, right, in a systemized way, know when to contact them and when not to contact them. In other words, I didn't want to spend 3 hours planning so I could reach out for 20 minutes. I just wanted to reach out. I wanted to know what to say to them so that I wouldn't get stuck staring at my screen, wondering what the heck do I say and not actually getting anything done. And I wanted a system that would let me follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever falls through the cracks, right? And it all needed to be based on building relationships. And finally, there was one more piece that was so important to me. It had to be easy to use. There's so many complicated software programs out there. Oh my gosh, who needs their life to be more complicated? Certainly not me. So it had to be easy enough for me to use, because if I can use it, you can use it. Okay, so it didn't exist, so we built it. That's why Teamzy came to be. That's where we are. That's why you're here today listening to me talk. Just to give you a little background on Teamzy, we've been in business for 3.5 years. And in that time, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy. Kind of amazing. It blows me away. And our active users right now, are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Okay, 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Okay, so there's a little background on us. Oh, those action steps are for the very end. Tonight, I'll give you those at the end. Okay, so let's jump into Teamzy. Enough intro. Let's do this. So here's the Teamzy setup wizard. Just in case you aren't already using Teamzy, I want you all to know you can go get a free trial for 30 days at teamzy.com. Okay, go to teamzy.com. And when you get there and start your trial, it'll ask you to select your business. We've customized Teamzy for more than 80 networks now. But if your network is not listed, I want you just to pick Teamzy Standard. Okay, pick Teamzy Standard. That's kind of our generic version. That's what I'll be demoing tonight for you. Okay. Once you've logged into your free trial, it'll bring you into this setup wizard, which makes setting this thing up so easy. That's what we're looking at right now on the screen, the first page of the setup wizard. Okay. And the first thing we're going to do in here after you watch a little video from me and whatever is we're going to set an income goal. We're going to set an income goal. Okay. How much money would you like to be earning a year from now? And this is your annual amount of income. So you can see there's a little slider here. The higher up you go, the more activities you need to do every day to hit it. See, Teamzy will tell you exactly what to do every day. You never have to wonder, am I doing what I need to do to build my business? You just follow the system and it will lead you where you want to go. Okay, so you can see I had set my goal at $150,000 a year. Okay, great. So at $150,000 a year, I need to connect with 9 prospects each day, 6 customers, and 4 distributors. That's 19 people total, okay? And I'm telling you right now, you can easily do that in less than 30 minutes. I could probably do it in 15 because I know how to use the system really well now, okay? So it's gonna make you super efficient. Now, just real quick on this, when we connect with prospects, customers, and distributors, and I'll explain this a little more as I go, we're not trying to connect and cold invite them to buy our products or join our team. We're just saying hello. It's just a connect to make somebody's day. That's it, okay? And I'll show you how we leverage those hellos and just nice greetings into great conversations, which lead to opportunities for us. Okay, so when you have that, you go to the next step, which is getting all your contacts into Teamzy. Think about how organized you're gonna be when all of your contacts are in one place, right? Your back office contacts, your customers, your Facebook friends, your cell phone connections, everything, all in one place. You never have to go hunting and scratching, looking for that pad of paper where you wrote somebody's name and number down, the napkins, the sticky notes, whatever you're using. It's all in one place in Teamzy. And it'll be organized. Teamzy lives in the cloud, which means that that list is always in your phone. It's in your computer. It's in your friend's phone. You always have access to it. You never have to go looking for it. Pretty cool, right? You meet somebody in the grocery store, you pull out your phone, you put them right in Teamzy. You don't have to make a note to do it later. It's done. All right, let's skip this piece. If you need help with the imports, there's some little videos on that page that I just skipped you can watch. We have a help center with full FAQs, and we even have a team, a staff that will lead you through the process. If you just want someone to hold your hand through it, we'll actually do a one-on-one Zoom call with you and walk you through the whole setup. So I want you guys to know it's made easy enough for me. You can use it too. Okay. So now we've got all of our contacts into Teamzy. We're just about ready to get in and get to work. There's one more thing that I recommend you do for setup, and then you're ready. Now, here's the thing that's cool about this system. Once you've set this up one time, you don't ever have to do any planning or thinking. You just turn it on and go every day. Just immediately you can be working. It's really cool. Okay, so the one thing I want to do really quick before we get started is I want to show you how to rank your contacts. We scale our contacts on a 5-star scale, just like you're rating a pizza or a hotel room. 5 stars is awesome. 1 star, not that awesome. It's important that we rate our contacts because that allows Teamzy to intelligently create our list each day. Okay, so let me just show you how this works. This is the dashboard of Teamzy. I'm going to toggle over to the team page. See on the left? Team is where your entire list of connections is in Teamzy, right? Your team's not just your distributors. It's also your customers and your prospects and your family and your friends. They're all part of your larger team supporting your business. Make sense? So the team page is like your CRM page. Okay, so once you're on this page, this little menu here turns on. If I can click it, there we go. Turns on rank mode. You just toggle it on, okay? So now I can scan my list and I can change people's ranks just by clicking on it, okay? Super easy. You guys see how easy that is to change somebody's rank? You just click on it. Now, what I want you to do is understand you don't need to rank everybody on your list, only about 10% of your list. Why? The reason why is because we bring everybody in as a 3-star, as by default, and most of your list will stay 3-star. So really what I want you to do is scan your list to look for your favorite people or the people that you think would be great at this business, both cases, and rank them up to 4s and rank them up to 5s, okay? And that's what I want you to do. Just cherry pick your favorite people. Now, let me just go through the definitions of these ranks quickly, okay? And then we'll do a power hour. So here's my definition of the ranks. A 5-star person is somebody most likely to become a customer or distributor, or they're an existing customer or distributor that's a rock star. A 5-star person is these are your best friends and your closest family members. 5-star people come up on your list every 30 days. Automatically, you don't have to set a follow-up. They just come up every 30 days. You get a reminder, go connect with that person, make their day. A 4-star is somebody likely to become a customer or distributor with a little bit of nurturing, okay, in your opinion. Or they could be an existing customer or distributor that's just a solid performer. The 4-star people are your friends and family. They're not your closest ones, but they're your friends and family, people you have a good relationship and a good rapport with. 4-star people will come up on your list every 60 days. Every 60 days, you're just touching them, just connecting with them, okay? Now, 3-star people could go either way, which is why we've made this the default. When people come in, they just come in as a 3-star. Most of the people on your list will be 3-star. You don't know which way they're going to go. Will they be interested or not? I'm not really sure. Do they trust me? We don't really know each other that well yet. 3-star people show up on your list every 90 days. This is making sense. 5 stars is every 30 days. 4 stars is every 60 days. 3 stars is every 90 days. 2 stars is going to be every 120 days. So the more stars somebody has, the more often they come up on your list automatically. This is so you can cycle through all your contacts throughout the year. You can be in touch with everybody, but you're touching the people that are warmest more often. Does this make sense? And you don't have to do any thinking. Teamzy does all the thinking for you. This is what I love about it. And this was one of the things that the system I was looking for needed to have. I don't have time to plan who I'm going to connect with today or even think about it. So once you set this up, each day you log in, you look at your dashboard, and Teamzy tells you, this is who I want you to connect with today based on the ranking you gave me. You don't have to think. You just connect with whoever's up next. So if you look down here in the PowerHour box, this is where we're going to work right now. The PowerHour box has these who's up next lists. It's pretty straightforward, right? This is who's up next. You've got your prospects, your customers, your distributors, and then your follow-ups list. Okay, then your follow-ups list. Okay. On the right-hand side is where you log that data, that information, those conversations as they're happening real time. So you don't have to come back later and do homework. You get it all done at once, okay? And of course, I'm demonstrating from my computer tonight, but you can also do all of this on your phone, which is pretty cool. So if you're out and about, you can just pull out your phone and connect with a couple of people on your list. All right, so let's go ahead and get started into our Power Hour. I just want to show you guys something real quick before we do. Right up here where it says today's activities, I don't know if you can see where my mouse is scrolling around. But these are the goals that we set and set up. And so every day when you log in, you can see visually how you're doing on your goals today. And remember, this was ultimately tagged to my annual income goal. So if I just can get my stuff done 5 days a week, what it's telling me on the dashboard, I know I'm on track for my income goal. So my goal was to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors. There's 2 other goals here I just want to highlight quickly, and those are invites and ads. So an invite, guys, is when you're actually going to invite somebody to join your business. You're going to invite somebody to purchase your products, right? Maybe you're going to invite them to a specific event where they can do both of those things. An invite is specific to building the business, whereas a connect is just saying hello and connecting with another human being. The reason there's a distinction is because you don't want to invite somebody before you've had a conversation with them to gauge their level of interest. They might not be ready for an invite right now. It's like proposing marriage the second you're introduced to somebody. And that is part of the problem with our industry and why so many people are turned off. With relationship marketing, which is the system we use in Teamzy, we're not getting rejected or getting no's. We're just building relationships, and as we gauge interest, we invite. So my goal is 3 times a day to invite somebody to learn more about my business. Right? I'm going to start 19 conversations, and out of those 19, my goal is 3 a day inviting to my business. Do you guys see how that's still incredibly powerful? That's 15 people a week I'm inviting to the business. But at the same time, I'm creating genuine conversations first. And then ads, this last goal, ads, this is just me adding new people to Teamzy, just getting in the habit of always putting new people on my list, people that are meeting new people online, meeting new people in the real world, and adding them to my Teamzy every day. So that I always have fresh relationships, fresh energy coming in. All right, so let's get back to the Power Hour and get to work. You guys ready? Okay. So picture this. I get up, I'm in my pajamas, I'm in my bathrobe, my slippers, I got my coffee, I log into Teamzy. Great, I'm ready to work. I don't have to think about it. First person on my list is J. Lisa Swain. I'm gonna message her first, okay? I start with my prospects. Jay's the first prospect. This is where I used to get stuck. What am I going to say to Jay? Oh my gosh. How many of you think about this? What am I going to say? How am I going to do this? I'm going to sound terrible. I've got you covered. We've created scripts to help you break the ice in Teamzy. I've got 100 of my best scripts in Teamzy that you can use. Okay. These aren't sales scripts. They're just connecting scripts. So look, I'm just going to open these up real quick, scripts. I'm going to grab one from Facebook because I'm going to message her on Facebook. Number 1, connect. Here's the script. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day's awesome. Super simple, right? I'm going to copy that script. And then what I'll do is I'm going to just paste it here in Teamzy so I can edit it. You don't have to do this step, but I like to take this extra step so I don't send the wrong name, which I've done. So I changed the name to Jay. Hi, Jay. Great. I need to put a couple of emoticons on this message because that's just what I like to do. Right? Did it print? Sometimes with Macs, it takes 2 tries on the emoticons. There it is. Okay, so I got a couple of emoticons. I'm ready to go. So this message is just the way I like it. I'm going to copy this real quick and then toggle over to Facebook and send Jay this message. There she is. Even though I've got to look her up and send it in Facebook, you can see how quick this is. Paste that in, send. Now, don't get stuck looking at your message and wondering if you should edit it. Don't overthink it. Just fire it away. I'm telling you, these scripts work great. So I sent her that hello message. Now I'm going to log it in Teamzy as a Facebook message. See this big blue button that says log connect? That's how I'm going to log the connect. I'm just going to click on that. So now it's done. Look, I've got 1 done, 8 left. The next person on my list is Melody. Okay. So again, I'm just going to I paste that same script in there and just change the name. Script. Sorry, script. I said script. My mom was an English teacher. Right now, she just looked up and said, pronunciation, Eric. Any English teachers on this call? You can let me know how I'm doing. So look, I've got this now set up. For her, I just changed the name. I'm ready to go. Same thing. I'll copy this, toggle over to Facebook, send the message, and then log it in Teamzy. Okay, 2 done, 7 left. I'm just going to work my way down the list. I don't want you guys to overthink this. There's a couple of different scripts. If you want to mix them up, that's fine. You could use the same script for everybody. The first time through your list, no problem. It's just a hello script. Okay, so here's a couple things though. I don't want you to have the conversations with people that are coming back to you with a response yet. Keep going and get all your outgoing messages done first. Okay, get all those outgoing messages done. And then when you're done, you can have those conversations. Otherwise, you might get sidetracked. So I'm going to work down my list now. My goal was 9. I'm going to send 9 people the message. When I get to a name that I don't feel that comfortable with, guess what? Just send it anyway. Just send it anyway. It's only going to take you 2 seconds. You'll be surprised. So I'm going to go down my prospects list. When I get to 9, that little blue circle will be done, and I'll know that I can move over to my next list, which is customers. Okay. So now I'm going to connect with my customers. So many people think about prospecting, they forget about customers. And I want you guys to understand that connecting with customers is just as important as prospecting. A customer is worth more than 10 prospects, maybe more than 100 prospects. They've already trusted you enough to buy something from you. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? These people are way farther down the road of the relationship than the new prospect. So treat them like the gold that they are and just stay in touch with them. Hobie comes up, I'll go to my scripts, I'll grab a script. Okay, simple script. Hey, do me a favor, guys. Just throw up in the chat what company you represent, what product or network you represent, and I'll customize it a little bit. Let's see who comes up first, if I know your product. What company are you guys with? Let's see, Juice Plus, great. All right, Juice Plus wins. So I'm going to grab this connect right here. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the product? Send me an update. Let me know how I could be of help. Great. Copy the script. Okay. So look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that script in here. I'm going to change the name. I highly recommend you delete the products and actually put a product in. How are you enjoying your tower garden? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Do you guys see how easy that is? Okay, log it. Same thing, copy it, go over to Facebook, or however you want to send a message. If you're using text message, Instagram, whatever, you can log them all in Teamzy. I'm just using Facebook as an example. And then once you've sent it, log it. Okay, same thing with Luis. You can grab another script. I'll show you my favorite script for customers. It's this one. Hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. People love that one, by the way. Try that one out on a couple people you really like. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. And I'm going to change the name to Luis. Okay. And then I'm going to copy that. I'll toggle over to Facebook. I'm going to look up Luis, send him the message, and log it in Teamzy. Now, a couple of magical things happen. I'm going to just, and my goal was 6 customers, right? So I'm just going to message the next 6 people on my list. Look, I talk to people all the time, and almost 100% of them say they wish they were better at staying in touch with customers. What does that tell me? It tells me that the complicated follow-up systems that a lot of people have created for customers are too complicated. They're not doing them. Just the simplicity of Teamzy is what you need. You just put them all in there, you rank them, and when they come up, you send them a message. That's it. Teamzy will make sure you don't forget anybody. By being in regular contact with them, some really magical things happen. Okay. First off, when you're in regular contact with customers, they order more product and they retain longer. Not 100% of your customers, but statistically, that's the fact. They order more product and they retain longer just by you being present. You don't have to be salesy, you just have to be present, okay, and be available to them. The second piece is, how many of you've got a little button you can raise a hand. How many of you have a customer right now that you really love? Like, you got a great customer, you wish you had more people like that. So when you have a customer like that, where the heck do you go to find more of them? Is there a special way to find more customers like that? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to state the obvious now. You guys are going, oh, I knew this. The best place to find a great customer is from a great customer. Okay, that's the best place to find them. How do you get introduced to their friends and family? By being in touch with them. You got to be in touch with them. Okay, but think about this for a second, just for a quick second. That person that you guys thought about when you raised your hand button, that person is loving your product, which means that they are telling their friends and family about it already. That's what all human beings do when they love something, is they tell other people about it. So they're already talking about your product, okay, to their friends and family. 86% of people say they make their purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend. So you've got customers talking to their friends and family already. Those people are likely to purchase your product. Are you getting introduced to them? Don't ask them for referrals. Make sure ask them to introduce you. Okay. Stay in touch. Step one, be in touch. Once you're in regular contact, then it's easy to ask them. Hey, Jer, I know you're getting great results. You've probably been talking about these products with people that you care about. Is there anybody in your life that I need to get more information to? Oh, really? Your cousin Jan? Perfect. Why don't you introduce me to Jan real quick via text or email, and I'll get her some more info. Thank you so much. Awesome. Don't worry, I'll take great care of her. Okay, it's just so simple. You just got to be in touch with the customers, then you can get introduced to more. This is the best way to build your network, by the way. This is the best way to find new people, is by getting introduced by the people who already trust you. Because then you don't have to build trust with those people. You can get right to helping them. Okay. But step one, as always, is getting everybody in Teamzy so that you can be in regular contact with them. Okay. When I'm done with my connecting with 6 customers, it'll take me 5 minutes. I toggle to distributors. This is my team. And now I'm going to just stay in touch with my team the same way. One-on-one personal messages. Not a Facebook group, not a Zoom training once a week. I mean, those are great tools, don't get me wrong, but this is where I connect with them on a one-on-one personal message. This makes all the difference in a relationship, guys, especially when you have a large team. Now, if you have 40,000 people on your team, you don't need to have all 40,000 of them in Teamzy, but you should have your first level people in here and the leaders on your team in here. Make sense? So that you can have those relationships with them. Prospects, customers, distributors. That's the first half of our power hour. It's just outgoing messages. Use my scripts, be super efficient with your time, and get it done. Okay. In this example, it's 19 people. Let's say it takes us 30 minutes because we stopped for coffee a couple times. Now you've got 19 messages out. Chances are at least half of them are going to respond. So now we've got 10 conversations going. By the way, I do recommend setting aside a couple of times during the day where you're going to have those message times back and forth. Okay. So you're not on your phone all day long. A couple 30-minute blocks is all you need that are dedicated to messaging back and forth with the people who are responding to you. So now you've got your first day, you've got 10 conversations going, maybe even more, because you're starting with your 5-star people. But let's say you got at least 10 conversations going on your first day. That's normal. So people are like, oh, great to hear from you. Oh my gosh. And you're trying to catch up. Your first goal was to make their day. Your second goal is to have a conversation with them. Okay. Just try to ask them questions, try to draw some conversation out of them. Ask them what they've been up to. Ask them to send you an update on what they've been doing in their lives. Ask them how work is going. What the heck do you do for work? I haven't talked to you in 20 years. Find out. Be interested in them. Ask them questions. Catch up with them. Okay, have a conversation. Some of those conversations will fizzle out quickly. They just won't go that far because you haven't talked in a long time or you're not very close, and that's fine. They'll come back. They'll just cycle through Teamzy. They'll come back in a month or 2 or 3 months, and you'll connect again each time that conversation gets warmer. But some of these conversations are going to be fantastic right off the bat. That's why my goal is out of 19, I'm going to have 3 good ones today I'm going to invite to. Okay? So let's use my friend Jay as an example. I messaged her a hello message. She responds, let's say, to me, it's great to hear from you. And I'm saying, well, what's been going on with you? Tell me about your summer. What have you guys been up to this summer? Give me an update. So she starts updating me on all the adventures they had this summer, which is great. And I'm asking questions and getting engaged with her. How's work going? She's telling me. I'm looking for things, like complaints, jokes, things like that, places where I can help her. And then, as the conversation goes, what about you, Eric? What have you been up to? Now I'm going to give her my update. Is that totally natural to get an update, to give your update back in the same conversation? Yeah, it's totally natural. What am I going to include in my update? I'm going to include what I do and why I'm passionate about it. What I do and why I'm passionate about it. This is how I talk about my business. This is what I do and why I'm passionate about it. Oh, wow. I help people. How do you help people? What are the ways that you help people in your business? I think you guys should make a list, a little side note, make a list of all the ways you help people in their business, with your products and with your business. How do you help people? Make a list of them, right? And I would lead with whatever I felt was most relevant to her update. This is how I help people. Okay. What is her response going to be to how I help people and why I'm passionate about it? She's going to go, wow, that's great. Good for you, Eric. That's so great. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing something like that. That's great. Perfect. Now I'm just going to ask her, are you interested in learning more about what I'm doing? Would you like to learn some more about what I'm doing? That's it. If she says, yes, I would, great. I'm going to now invite her to go deeper with me, and I'm going to put her on my follow-ups list in Teamzy. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to invite her. So Jay's no longer on my dashboard. So to get to her, I have to look her up in my lookup bar. Okay, there she is. Click on her name. It brings me to her record on the team page. This is her full contact record where her contact details are, any notes I keep on her. A complete record of all of our conversations are here, right? Everything's here. I can open this connect box and I'm going to log an invite. Now see right here where it says invite on the bottom left. I'm going to click that and I'm going to pick an appropriate type. Now this list may be different depending on the customization we've put into your network. So we've gathered the invite types you've given us and that's what you'll find. But I think some of these are standard ones. So we'll just pick one. Let's say we're going to do a 3-way call, right? Or what am I going to invite her to? 3-way call is a good one. I'm going to invite her to a business opportunity meeting. Okay. So I'm talking to Jay. She's like, yeah, it does sound kind of interesting. I think I would like to learn a little bit more. Okay, perfect. I'll ask her, Jay, for example, are you going to be around this evening? Yeah, I'm around this evening. Why? Don't worry, you don't have to go anywhere. My team is doing an event on Facebook. It's going to be a virtual event live. If you're interested in learning more, I can send you the link. You can just tune in from home. She says, oh, that sounds perfect. Okay, great. I'll send it over to you right now. She says, great, thanks. And I'm going to tell her, you know what I'll do is I'll connect with you tomorrow. I'll follow up and see if you have any questions. Perfect. Just a little pro tip. Always tell them you'll follow up, when you'll follow up, and then actually do it. Okay, it puts a little deposit in the trust account. So let's log this. I'm going to log in here. I'm just going to put a note. This is a Facebook Live event. What type is it? I'll send her a link via Facebook message. Now, notice that I've now set it as an invite business opportunity meeting. And notice right here, this little calendar, that's my follow-up. Adding a follow-up here puts her on my follow-ups list. Takes her off my connects list for prospects and puts her on my follow-ups list. So I'm going to actually set this to tomorrow because that's when I told her I'd follow up. And then I'll log that connect. Okay, so now it has logged it and it has set a follow-up on her record. So look at this. I'll go to the dashboard so you can see I've got one invite logged. And if I go to my follow-ups list, you can see there she is due tomorrow. Okay, she's on my follow-ups list. So she's no longer on this prospects list right now. She's only on my follow-ups list. And the follow-ups list is where I put my hot leads, the people who are interested in the business or interested in my products. Those are my business follow-ups. Everyone else I'm connecting with, I'm investing in, I'm sharing what I do and why I'm passionate about it. I'm educating them on what we're doing. Does it make sense? Catching up on their family, just building relationships. Okay, so let me show you how to do follow-ups. Tomorrow, when I do my power hour, I do what I showed you already. I connect with my prospects. In my case, it's 9 of them. Then my customers, whatever your goal is. Then your distributors. You're just sending out connects. The second half of your power hour is working your follow-ups list. So you're going to go down your follow-ups list, and everyone that's due, you're going to send them a follow-up message. Okay? So we'll use Jay as our example. Let's say she's due. I'll click on her. And I'm going to do this just like a regular connect. I'm going to go to scripts. By the way, I put all my follow-up scripts in here for you to make this easy for you. Okay, you don't have to really think about it. They're numbered 1 through 10, and you should send them in order. Pretty simple, right? Just so you guys know, my first job, well, I had a paper route when I was 11, but my first job, like where I punched in and out, was at Burger King when I was 14. And Burger King has Burger King University that you have to go to as a kid to learn the steps for every procedure they do. And so I found it was really easy to work at Burger King. So I want you guys to know this Teamzy is the same way. It's really easy. There's 10 follow-ups. They're numbered. You just use them, okay? So look, I'm going to grab the first one here. Follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? So simple, okay? So we can copy it. So she's due for this follow-up number 1. Make sure you get the right name. If you need to change this a tiny bit to make it sound like you, that's fine. Just don't overthink, okay? Because you'll get stuck in analysis paralysis. So I've got the thing. I'm ready to send it. There's Jay. She's still looked up on my Facebook. We'll send her this message. This is how we send a follow-up message. We just send it. Boom, sent. Okay? Now I'm going to log this in Teamzy. Set a new follow-up. Okay, I'm just going to say that again. Set a new follow-up. This time I'll follow up 2 days in the future. I can leave a little note on what the follow-up is going to be. I just like to put that the next one's going to be follow-up number 2. Great. So now I've sent her a follow-up, and she's back on my follow-ups list. I want to keep her on my follow-ups list, you guys. I want to keep her there until she converts. If it takes her 3 days or if it takes a year, she put her hand up and said, I want to learn about the business. She came to my event. I'm going to follow up with her consistently. I'm not going to let her down. Okay? So in 2 days, when I work my list again, I'm going to come in here. I'll go to scripts. I'm going to grab follow-up number 2. Okay. Hi, Jane. Just making sure you got my message. Checking to see if you have any questions. Okay. Makes sense? Oh, I'm the wrong person. We'll send one more. I'll show you how that works. And then I'm going to teach you a little bit about following up, and then we'll do Q&A. Okay. There it is. Got it just the way I want it. Now I can just copy this real quick, toggle back to Facebook or however you're sending the message, and send it. Okay. Great. Now log this in Teamzy. I'll set a new follow-up. Maybe this time I'll do it in 4 days. The next one's going to be follow-up number 3 and log it. Simple, right? So easy. I know. Okay. Real quick on this. You guys saw how easy that was, right? So easy. Okay. So you start conversations, you have conversations where there's interest, you invite them, log it in Teamzy, put them on your follow-ups list. Keep following up. This is where most people mess up though. They follow up 2 or 3 times, they get no response, nothing but crickets, and they give up. Has that happened to you guys? Here's what I want you guys to understand is that 80% of sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80%. Which means if you want to close sales, you need to follow up 10 times on average. I know some of you are like, eek. Here's the thing, and I know why you don't follow up 10 times. It's hard to do, especially if you're worried about people being annoyed with you for following up so much, right? So let me just teach you really quick a couple of principles so that you'll never be annoying when you follow up. People will actually thank you for following up. It won't be annoying, they'll love it. But first, I just need you to understand something. How many of you truly believe, pull your little hands down if you have the hands up buttons, because I want to ask you a new question. How many of you truly believe that your business and what you're doing makes a difference in people's lives? And that's what gets you out of bed in the morning. Let me see your hands. Just about everybody on the call. Here's what I want you guys to understand. If 80% of people don't make a purchase unless you follow up 10 times, guess what? That means you're only helping 20% of the people you could be helping. Right? You can't help them if they can't get them past the first decision. So I want you to think about this. This is my mantra. Maybe you'll take it on yourself. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. This is how we love people. You're in this business because you love people, want to help them. Great. The only thing you have to help them in the beginning is your follow up. Following up is an act of love. If you do it right, people will get that. They'll understand. They'll thank you for your care. They'll thank you for your love. If you fail to follow up on people because you've believed the stories you made up about why they're not responding, what you've communicated to them is, I didn't care enough about you to follow up. Sorry. And you all raised your hands about wanting to make a difference in people's lives. I don't think that's the way you want to come across. So here's how to do it. I just showed you how to do it in Teamzy. It's so easy, right? I've got 10 follow-ups in there. You just send them the next one. It may take a while. Here's what I want you guys to understand about the way human beings are wired. 20% of them will respond to you in the first 3 follow-ups. Those are the people you're already getting. 80% won't respond to anything for 6 or 7 follow-ups. Nothing. 0. No response. Nothing but crickets. And that's when you start making up all these stories about why they're not responding. And then you start believing those stories. Here's what's really happening. I send you a message. You're like, oh, there's my message from Eric. But I can't answer it because I'm driving my car. Oh, there's the next message. I can't answer it because my kids are fighting. I can't answer it because I'm in the middle of making dinner, but I like to see it. Right? They're not responding because their life is happening, but you need to be present and love them through that process until you can kind of bring them back in. Now, let me just explain to you how to do the messaging so that you're not being annoying. Number 1 principle is don't ever ask them to do anything in the message. Don't ask them to do anything. Okay? Because that's annoying. Don't ask them to call you back or to message you or to respond even. They don't have to do anything. It's all on you to do something. They just need to get your message. The second principle is this. Your message, your follow-up message has to be written out. They have to be able to read it. It can't be a voice message. It can't be a video. They have to be able to read it. Goodness forbid, don't call them on the telephone. Nobody likes that. They have to be able to read the message, and it needs to be short. Short enough they can read the whole message without opening it, okay? They should be able to see that come through on their phone and read the whole thing and put the phone down without opening it. Why is this so important? Because they're busy and they're not going to respond, so they won't open your message. A lot of times you'll find that those follow-ups are not even opened. You're like, they're not even opening my messages, but they're seeing them. Trust me, if you're following my rules, they're seeing them, and that's all that matters. The reason they're not opening it is because they're not going to respond. They don't want to look like a jerk. If you open a message and don't respond, you look like a jerk. If you don't open it, you can pretend like you never got it. Make sense? So make it easy on them and just be present. Just be present with them. And just tell them you're going to follow up, tell them that you're going to stay in touch, and then keep doing it. And what will happen is around maybe the 6th or 7th follow-up, you'll get your first response from people that says, thank you so much for following up. I'm so sorry I haven't responded. Okay? And just follow the system. This system works 100% of the time. If your heart's in the right place and you're here to help people and you really want to help, great. Start connecting, make people's day, have great conversations, get engaged and interested with them, find who's interested, invite them, and then follow up, 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 like a professional, like someone who actually cares about people. Every day you do it for an hour in Teamzy. You'll generate so much momentum, it'll be unreal. Okay. I see I've got 1 question in queue. If you have questions, put them in now. I'm going to answer what's there, and then I'll send you guys on your way. Danielle asks, I think she's saying in Facebook, when following up, do you still need to send a follow-up message if you notice they haven't even viewed your last message? Yes. Okay. So you asked this before the last 5 minutes when I just said this. They will not open your messages, but they will 100% of the time be seeing your messages. There's very few cases where people aren't seeing these messages. Yes, there are people who are like, anti-Facebook. There's a few of those people out there, 1 out of every 100 million people, right? And that's fine. So you find out how to connect with them, text them, or find another way to connect with them. But most people are seeing your messages. They're just not opening them. They're just looking at them. They're seeing them on their screen. Message them again. Patty says, is it possible to send text message from Teamzy? So you don't send it from Teamzy, but you just send it from your phone. So on my computer, I can send text messages on my computer really easy because I have a Mac. And I'm sure you can do it with Google phones too. There's apps that you can put on your computer where you can send text messages. For CRM to send your text message, it's not actually a text from you. It's actually, it's called a spoofed text, and it looks different, and people think it looks spammy, so we don't do that. But look, if I wanted to send a text, oh wait, I shared the wrong thing. I only shared Chrome. Let me share my whole dashboard. On a Mac, you just, where's the whole thing? Desktop. I would just click on messages right here, boom, click, and I can send text messages, okay? Now on my phone, let me plug my phone in. Super easy on the phone, you guys. Hold on, it takes a second to share a phone. So there's my phone. Okay, I can open this thing up. Where's Teamzy? There's Teamzy. Get logged in real quick. Okay, so here's Teamzy. So let's say I'm connecting with Deanne. Okay, and I go in and I get my script. I'm gonna use the first one, copy that script, great. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do this. There's my script, okay? And I get it just the way I want it. And then I would just toggle out and I would send my text message. Okay? I would just send it and then I would toggle back and finish logging it. Simple, right? If I wanted to send it on Facebook, I would toggle from there and I would open Messenger. Okay? And I would send her the message on Messenger and I would just toggle back, log it in Teamzy. If I wanted to use Voxer, I know I've got some of you Voxer people, then I would do the same thing. I would toggle out, I would send the message on Voxer, I'd come back and log it in Teamzy. Super easy. Make sense? Okay. Super duper. There's the answer to that. Is there a mobile app? Jared says, is there a mobile app? It's not a mobile app. Okay, so what I was just showing you is actually just a mobile website. So if you have an iPhone, you go to Safari and you log into Teamzy. Once you're logged in, save it to your desktop. If you're on an Android, you go to Google Chrome and you log into Teamzy and then save it to your desktop once you're logged in. Okay, it's super easy. And it works great. John says, is there a feature to see a map of where your customers or team are physically located? No, we don't have that feature, John. We don't have that feature. What I recommend you do is you can tag their location. So Teamzy has this really cool tagging system where you can add tags super easy. So look, I'm on Charlene. If I go to details, see I can add tags. So if you tagged their location, even if you just had it local, you know, like if you had a local tag for people who are in the local area, that way if you do local events, you can invite everybody with that tag. Or you can get specific. You can tag them with towns like Vista. Oh, hold on. I caused an error. Vista. That's where I live. San Marcos. For example, these are the towns around me. So if I wanted to tag people, you could just add tags. It's pretty cool. Last question. Here we go. Jan says, can you import names from meetup groups and Instagram? Thanks. So you can import names from any source if you can get them into a list, into a CSV file. Instagram actually just started providing an export of the full list recently, and so that programming is in testing right now in Teamzy. Probably in the next week or two, you'll be able to upload your full Instagram list into Teamzy, which is cool. Of course, your Instagram list is only just their Instagram name. You don't have any more info from Instagram, but at least you can use that to connect with them on Instagram, Jan. But one thing you can do is if you're connecting with somebody on Instagram right now and you want to add them to your Teamzy, you just click on this add contact button right here at the top and you just add them in. See how easy that is? And you can create a contact and you can start connecting and logging your conversations with them, you know, and you can add a tag if you want that they are an IG lead. Okay. Whatever. You can tag them. It's pretty cool. Okay. So let me just give you guys just real quick, a couple resources. I know, you know, we got to send you on your way today. But if you're in Teamzy, you go over here to the Help Center. There's some great resources, Q&As and videos and things like that, that'll help you go deeper. There's some trainings here that I've recorded for you on different parts of how to use Teamzy so you can get a little bit more education and FAQs. Okay, so that's all there for you to learn as you go. I want to give you guys some action steps real quick before I send you on your way. Here are your action steps, okay? First off, get your free trial started. If you have not already done that, get in your free trial, start using Teamzy. I give you 30 days full access because I truly believe in that time you can create momentum in your business that will pay for a year's Teamzy in the first month, okay? If you're already in your free trial, set up your subscription now so you don't miss a beat when that 30 days free ends, okay? Now, my second thing for you to do is to get a 30-day success partner to do the trial with you. Find somebody who's willing to do it with you. Say, here's what I'm doing. I'm committed to this today, 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors, whatever your goal is. What's your goal? And each day, take a screenshot of Teamzy when you're done and message it over to your partner. Have them do the same for you. You'll get so much out of that 30-day free trial. If you don't get a partner, you'll probably use it once or twice in that month. Let's be real, right? So get the 30-day success partner. Take advantage of this time. Create some massive momentum in your business. The last action step today is I'm going to give you my 5-day challenge. I want you to use Teamzy 5 days in a row. I want you to connect with 20 people a day for 5 days because I want you to feel viscerally what it's like to create momentum in your business. After 5 days of using Teamzy, you're going to be having so many conversations, it will blow your mind. And if right now you're in a plateau, if right now you're feeling stalled, if right now you're not feeling momentum, you can have it 5 days from now. Make sense? So take the 5-day challenge. Hold each other accountable too in the groups, in your accountability groups. By the way, you can do accountability groups of 3 or 4 people too. It doesn't just have to be one. Okay. So I hope that was really helpful for all of you. Thank you for spending some time with me tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Welcome to the Teamzy family. God bless you all. We'll talk to you soon.